we live?
I think so.
Doesn't say?
It doesn't say anything.
Okay. The blue button's gone there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Turn Left Podcast, episode 13. Obviously, we got Mullet Man TJ Radford in the house. Special guest. I'm excited for him to join me. I actually forgot to bring up the music like I do half the time, so don't worry about that. But pull my nose off. I know. That's okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, special guest in the house tonight. Grill Master 2012, I think it was. Rib Cook-Off Champion. Master Smoker. He was Amish for a little while. Dad to be TJ.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
The Mullet Man. Just rock that thing out for everybody. Oh, the headphones kind of don't do it justice.
There it is.
Yeah, give it a little flop. Also, another special guest producer, hair expert, one-time pregnantee, Emily in the house. She's actually going to smoke my wig as soon as this episode is over because mine's busted. That's why I got this hat on. So, you want to say what's up?
Oh, hey, y'all. How's it going?
She's thrilled. This episode is sponsored by Sarah K. Speed Shots. I got a couple of questions. Like I said, TJ's a big foodie. So, what's your favorite food to eat, TJ? We'll start off with that.
My favorite food to eat, as far as going to a restaurant, maybe if it was a barbecue restaurant, I really like brisket. I've never challenged myself to cook a brisket because I'm honestly scared to ruin a high dollar piece of meat because I don't think I could tackle it. I think I could tackle it. Maybe I
Let's
could.
say we. See, that's how easily I take credit for other people's work. TJ we lived together for a little while. He used to smoke. I mean, you did some big stuff. I think even for my engagement party, you woke up early and did a huge, what was that?
2 Boston butts.
Ooh, yeah, they were good too. I only got about a handful of it because everybody else was savages and ate it all, but that's okay.
It
I don't think you eat any of it.
That's typically how it works.
Yeah. Well, all right. So that's your favorite food to eat or to cook?
No, not to cook. I haven't tackled the full brisket. My favorite food to eat, I do like eating brisket a lot, when it's cooked well. Maybe chicken wings, I guess.
Oh yeah, you do make some really good chicken wings, and they're always on Snapchat. Different, I guess buffalo and teriyaki is your preferred sauces.
Cooking, yes, yeah, that's what I prefer. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, well, kind of. You do them you do them up pretty well, right? I mean, you do them on the grill, and then you do sauce, put them back on the grill.
Yeah, you gotta toss them, crisp them up. Gotta get that glaze.
Well, that's part of the reason why you won the rib cook-off, right? I don't want to give away all your secrets here, but you tell us the process in that. You do how long do those ribs cook? That was a little bit shorter of one. It wasn't like a Boston butt, but still, it's a couple of hours, and then you go through a cooler process or something.
Normally, when I do the ribs, it's like a 4-hour process. You just slow roll them bad boys, or the pork ribs. You slow roll them for a little while, and as they get closer to done, I'll pull them off and douse them bad boys in some squeezed butter and some barbecue sauce. Wrap them up in some Reynolds wrap and throw them off to the side of the grill for a little while and let them just soak in that sweetness and after a while this bone will slip
the humidity
right
out.
Get out. Dude, that humidity.
Yeah. All right. Well, and then I can't remember what I was going to ask. I'm just so hungry now for ribs that I just lost all my train of thought. But you did win the competition. That was dope. And I mean, at the time, you were a young lad. What were you probably? You were probably 21, 22 years old. Up against the big boys. Figuratively, a lot of them were
probably 20,
actual.
I was probably 23.
Okay.
Actually,
not impressive then.
Actually, we were here. We lost power they had that rib off going on. My dad had got the ribs. He held on to them for us because we lost power. We were out of power here for a few days. Some bad storm hit or whatever it was. But,
That sounds just like my house.
I remember we were showerless for at least 2 days, I think, because we were on a power shortage. And going into the little competition, what it was, the little backyard tournament, I got some cheap-ass barbecue dry rubs from the Food Lion. Butt rub was actually one of them.
Oh, yeah. I used to see that in the pantry all the time when you were living here.
And some good old Sweet Baby Ray's, and everybody else
I used to see it in the bathroom, too.
Yeah, everybody else.
What are you doing with that?
Those are personal preferences, but I'll keep that under wraps. But my dad was awfully butthurt because I brought the cheap-ass Sweet Baby Ray's, and he had some fancy Guy Fieri sauce.
That's right. I remember he was laughing at you because you broke all your like sauces out the bag, and he was like,
I had a
Sweet Baby Ray's, and he had some like homemade shit from like Oklahoma, and he's like, check this out, and it was like in a fucking mason jar and stuff. And yeah, TJ smoking. That's all we gotta know. That's. Sorry to cut your story off. Tell us more.
No, that's all it took was the Sweet Baby Ray's.
I do remember him laughing at you, and you being like, "What, bro? Like, I got this, okay?" And you also had one of the smaller grills there, and also when
just
you got there,
good old char griller.
Everybody
grill.
had already been smoking when you got there too.
Yep, we got there, and we got to get to going and put the shame on them.
Yeah, that was dope.
Steve Bradford's in denial.
Doesn't take much.
He said, "LOL, no, I won't."
Yeah, Steve Radford, if I remember correctly, finished second. So, and it was only by 0.1. I don't even know what the scaling system was. I'm just trying to make him feel good, but his were good too. I mean, we ended up eating everybody's, and
they all got mixed together. It was actually it was split, divided into 2 tournaments. One was a wet rib, one was a dry rub rib. I won the wet rib in a little backyard tourney. And David Emery actually won the dry rub rib, and it was our trophy were homemade cutting boards. That's what it was.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
That's
so
dope.
we
usable. Dude, I wish all trophies were
something that you could use.
Just like here's a chainsaw because you won the race.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna trim some trees.
Yeah. That would be dope. Every single time I use this, I'll think about it. As opposed to them just collecting dust. Actually, I've got a chainsaw collecting dust. We won't talk about that.
That thing probably's never had gas in it.
It hasn't. But, I lost my notes. What's your favorite food to eat, Emily? Bring you back into the spotlight a little bit. Shout out to Jessie. She's taming both the children. They're rascals for sure, and she's dealing with both of those inside, and wish she was still out here for the podcast, but she'll be back shortly. We've got a new baby monitoring system coming, and some new babies that actually sleep too, so just kidding. But once they get on a little bit more of a schedule, maybe we can do it. But we all miss her, I know. What do you think, Emily? What is your? I was trying to give you a little bit of time too. I forgot to break it on you.
That's hard.
What's your favorite food to eat? What's your favorite food that TJ cooks?
I was gonna say I used to feel like I could probably easily tell you what my favorite food was, but now, living and being married to this guy, it's like hard because everyone gets to see our snaps and stuff. We eat good, so.
Not everybody. Everybody listening might, or a lot of people listening might not know at all what you're talking about. Wings, ribs.
Well, they might stalk us now because they're gonna know we post good food.
Yeah, there might be paparazzi right outside the door right now.
I would probably say country fried deer steak.
Okay,
That's where it's
that's
at.
a good one.
Solid choice. I was talking about that today, telling your cousin that was actually the first time that you had to have deer meat. I made the country fried deer steak.
Got me hooked.
Little fried up
With
onions.
some mashed potatoes. That's where
Man.
it's
I
at.
do
White
prefer
gravy,
it over country
dude.
fried bear steak. That's a little rough.
That wasn't bad. I only had that one time. That was because
We had
somebody
it.
gave it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
made
I
it
thought
here,
that was a
actually.
joke. You really ate something like that.
No, there's no joke here.
No. You can go to a different podcast if you want jokes, because everything we say on here is 100% serious. Sorry, Emily. But, so what is, did you think of a singular answer yet?
That's it? That's the one?
Yeah, it's probably the best one. That's the one that's like.
All right, so you said
always eat
before
that.
I started living with TJ. So what was your favorite food prior to that? Like pizza or something like that? Like what?
No, it's kind of.
Still a little bit more. Still pretty fancy, but not
No,
as fancy as this guy does
it's
it on the.
actually weird. Like I feel weird saying that it was meatloaf.
I feel like I have to guess it. It's her dad's meatloaf. And then mashed potatoes with peas.
Yeah, you mix it all together in this nasty thing, and it's like delicious. It's comfort food.
Yeah, I just got real comfortable listening to that. I'm just kidding. It doesn't sound bad, I guess. All right.
BJ Anderson wants to snap food pics with TJ.
BJ
Hammer
Anderson.
down, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
BJ
not,
Anderson
let
does
me
some
see what my
smoking, too.
snap name is. I'm not sure. It might be my TJ Radford. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see here. I might be able to tell you. It is just TJ Radford. That's it. That's as good as it
No
gets.
periods, no decimals.
No, that's it. TJ Radford.
There you go,
Well,
buddy. Link up.
It also says J Radford 28 on there.
Shout out
One
to
of
BJ. He does a lot of
One of
cooking,
those
too.
will work. One of those will do the
Jay
trick.
Radford. Yeah, I'm sure you'll find him in similar friends. Or I don't know how Snapchat works that well, but and mostly you don't really do much marinating. You do dry rubs and stuff, right?
Oh, hammer down dry rubs.
You go raw dog on the grill.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sauce doesn't go on until the end.
Okay.
You don't want any burnt pieces of meat. You know that's how you get burnt meat is saucing pre-hand. You know,
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
a rookie mistake.
Well, if it's a thin sauce, TJ,
Well, you can
you put barbecue sauce on it before you put it on the grill.
You can glaze a little bit. You know,
I'm a marinator, so this is a fist fight we're about to have right here.
a piece of salmon. You know, say you whip up a little glaze. You know, you can glaze the salmon and then kind of sear it up a little bit and then glaze it.
You're already more fancy than me. We don't eat salmon over here, dude.
Salmon's easy.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's pretty tough. I feel like
Sear on one side.
I'm not a master
Let
chef.
it sear it on one side. Let it cook. Finish cooking on the skin side. Scrape it off.
Yeah. All right. Well, she said her favorite food, all in all, was chicken fried deer steaks.
No.
Country fried deer steaks. My bad. Isn't that the same thing?
No. Well, if it was chicken fried, it would be chicken.
No, it wasn't. It was chicken fried steak.
Susan Ayers says no one likes salmon.
That's pretty radical. Jesse likes
Susan
salmon. We
probably
just can't
calls
afford
it
it.
salmon. That's what she likes.
No, she said nobody likes salmon. Salmon.
I know. It's being smart,
Okay,
too.
yeah. I think she does. I'm just kidding. Love you, Mom. Yeah, that's funny, though. What were we talking about right before that?
The chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried steak is a thing, dude.
Yeah, maybe when you go to
Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel, they may call it chicken fried chicken or some crap like that. Which Cracker Barrel is
Well,
very
what would
good.
they call it? What do you call it if it's just fried chicken? What do you call it when it's with the gravy on top of it? Chicken fried chicken?
Chicken fried chicken, I guess, with gravy on
All right,
top. I don't know.
all right, we're going in circles. Do you enjoy eating food that you harvested? You hunt a lot, obviously, and fish. Do you enjoy eating food that you personally caught more than store bought? Obviously, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of pride to that. So
I don't.
although you can say,
I don't really think of it either way as like, oh, this is that much better because I harvested it or I caught it and filleted or whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm not much of a hunter or fisherman myself.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
some people are super. I don't know. I think that everybody can probably agree that a beef ribeye is probably better than, any part of the deer. But I don't know. Some people have a experience when they're eating something that they
a
themselves
grilled
harvest.
tenderloin or a grilled tenderloin or the fried up deer steak. It's all delicious. I don't think of it any other way. Is like when I'm cooking it.
You don't appreciate it anymore. Not that you should. I'm not judging you for that. I'm just saying
yeah.
you don't like
When
think
I'm
about it the
cooking
whole
it-
time like, oh, I'm so glad that
Yeah, no, I mean.
You're not like I wish I could just only eat this and not even
Yeah,
You don't think that.
I hunt because I do enjoy the deer meat, but I don't think of it any type of way while I'm eating it. No, I'm just
Okay.
like, oh, it's delicious.
Okay.
I love it.
Sorry, yeah, that was a little bit of a a reach, but what do you think, Emily? Do you prefer to eat? Does it matter to you whether it's, because obviously you can't buy deer in the store. Is it just you actually prefer that meal more, or is it you prefer that aspect a little bit more?
I mean, I think the deer definitely has a different flavor than just like regular country fried steak.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Do you enjoy? Does part of the aspect of knowing that
I don't think I really.
it didn't go through like the commercial, animal system?
I think we're pretty simple at the Radford house. If it tastes good.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. It's not. Like I said, I don't even hunt or fish, so it's not like I'm out here harvesting all my own stuff. I'm just throwing.
But I mean,
I'm
we
just
say
asking questions.
fish. I think fresh fish is definitely better than anything else.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, because.
I think the deer, I don't know.
Yeah, good answer.
About that, but the fish definitely.
Of course. Do you listen to any podcasts? Do you listen to Call Her Daddy?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
do?
Oh, yeah.
So you're up to date with the drama?
Not up to date. I haven't listened to it recently. I usually listen to it on my way to work.
Well, they divorced,
Oh.
the two chicks. Yeah, they're done.
They're not
They were like
together
married or
anymore?
something.
No, but they're divorced in terms of they do a podcast
Podcasting.
together.
Oh, they're separate.
It'd be like if it were like this were a me and you podcast exclusively, and then like we got into a fight or an outing, and
That's
we were like
interesting.
you were gone, and then I was like auditioning for somebody to replace your spot. But
Yes, Barrett, TJ is drinking. No, he's not. He's drinking
Miller Lite.
I am drinking Miller Lite. I apologize. I know that I'm a Bush guy. That's probably what the question was.
Normally we both are, but I just got my
he
stimulus
said you were
check.
Drinking a Bush Light.
2 weeks ago, I bitched about
No,
not getting
I'm drinking a Miller Lite. I'm actually, if I'm gonna have a Bush, I'm gonna be a full flavor guy. I don't get down with the Bush Light for some reason. I can't get with the aftertaste. Lately, I've been either Miller Lite or dabbling in the weird IPAs. I know that's a weird subject, but they're a little.
You can
funky.
talk about it. I'm just.
They're a little funky, It's an acquired taste, but they'll definitely do the trick. You only need several of those, and they'll knock you down.
Yeah, it's just I feel like it's expensive to find the good ones because some of them you're like, oh, let me try this one, and it's just.
Well,
doggy
I
poopy.
have found the ones that definitely are in my flavor profile.
So you
and-
stick to some. You don't just go off the
yeah,
fringe anymore.
yeah. Well, I like one that's called Lil something something. It's made by Lagunitas.
It's actually called that.
Yeah, Lil something something. A little something something.
It's awesome.
But Sierra Nevada is extremely tasty. All of them are pretty expensive, so it'll burn a hole in your wallet if you want to drink high dollar beer all the time. But I do love full flavored Bush, if that is the question.
I like Bush and Bush Light. I'm not prejudiced.
I thought you said
Bush Light gives me bad dreams. And
bad
it used
dreams.
to.
Yes, sir.
It
Yeah.
did used to. But they changed the formula.
Did they?
I don't know, but the bad dreams went away. So
Maybe you were having bad days at work. That was the bad dreams.
maybe.
Like
Yeah.
a terrible crawl space, and you wake up in the middle of the night in a sweat thinking about that awful space.
That's not a dream though. That was actually
Real
life.
life.
Yeah, I was having almost as bad dreams during the night. But no, the bad dreams are gone as far as Bush Light, and I drink them both. Just depends. I probably steer towards Bush Light. I don't have the aftertaste thing like you do, so I don't know what that is. But obviously later we are too going to be trying the Last Dab versus this is the LU Cateco. Have you ever had this, DJ?
looks awfully familiar.
Extra hot.
Maybe
sauce.
I've just seen it over here. Looks like it's gonna hurt coming out.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It'll probably hurt going in and going out.
Yeah,
Who am I
it's
kidding?
gonna hurt going in. I don't know about
Especially
out.
both of them.
We don't need to worry about. Yeah, that one definitely does.
I tried that one on like a tortilla chip.
Yeah.
Maybe a while back, so I know that one.
That was
extremely
on a tortilla
hot.
chip is easy. When you douse it on a wing.
Oh man, sweet.
What do you think? Which one should we do first? We're not doing it yet.
I've never had the green one, so we'll try the green one
First.
Yes, first.
Okay. All right. So, what's your favorite podcast, all in all, Emily?
I probably like, and I forgot the name of it because I've been out of the podcasting since I've been home. But the Sadie Robertson one, she has one. I forgot what it's called because I don't really pay attention to the name. I could probably look it up. But I used to just randomly click ones when I was first getting into it. I don't know where it went. The last one I listened to was Call Her Daddy. Oh,
What about you, TJ? What's your favorite podcast?
I never really listen to podcasts, but I keep up with Theo Von a little bit on Instagram, and he's.
Is that because you look exactly like him now? Ever since you had
I
the
wouldn't
mullet?
say we look alike.
I know.
We
Your
both
mullet,
have mullets.
the mullet is what I'm
He's
referencing.
A lot funnier than I am. That guy's a trip.
Yeah, his beard
yeah.
probably wouldn't be as cool as yours.
Yeah, I get the great beard, but
yeah, no, it probably would be. I was just trying to give you some credit.
But Joe Rogan's pretty good too. I mean, who can sleep on Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I guess you heard about his new Spotify deal too. We talked
It was
about it
like
last
$100 million for
plus. People think it's a lot more than that, but it's at least that much
for exclusive
for a 3-year deal. So it's roughly $33 million a year at least. But
BJ wants to know how I go from Sadie Robertson to Call Her Daddy. Well, you have to have a good range.
Yeah.
To what you listen to, really, be well-rounded.
Yeah, as soon as I leave church, I go and beat somebody.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Okay.
Stick with the Sadie Robertson then.
So you've heard the Call Her Daddy news. Yeah, the blonde chick was doing pretty much, she was doing the show, made all the deals, doing all the editing. The, I guess, brunette chick got in a relationship with a new guy who was a lawyer or some type of, makes deals, and realized that in his opinion, they were way underpaid, which they kind of were, but it was only a 3-year deal, and once they get to the end, they were getting bonuses and everything else too, but then said that you need to reevaluate your deal. The contract had already been signed, like this is way late into it. And then, I don't know, they ended up finding out that they had been given a lot more bonuses to the blonde chick, because literally she was doing the editing, the show, everything. She was spending 2 or 3 times as much time on it, and everybody knew that, or at least everybody at the place knew it. So then this other chick was the one that wanted the most money, and she wouldn't hardly do anything except for showing up. Like, even the blonde chick was, like, posting on Snapchat, like, pictures of her laptop, like, new episode coming out, editing now. And the other chick was like, I wish you wouldn't do that. Like, that puts it out that you're doing that and makes people think that I'm not doing anything. It's like, well, you're not. Well, I mean, you're doing the show, but, like, past the show, you're not doing anything. So, but, like, it was even that, like, she asked her to stop posting things about all the extra stuff she was doing because she felt insecure about how little she did. And then she wanted more money because she had a new boy toy that told her that she was worth way more and all this. So, she's gone, and now they're accepting applications for her replacement. And if you would like to watch one, Tim Dillon sent one in for that as well, and that's hilarious. So this was just a couple days ago, separate from the Meghan McCain bit that he did. But anyway, nobody cares about Call Her Daddy, I guess. TJ, do you care about Call Her Daddy?
I've only heard about it on here, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right, so you're a father-to-be, TJ. What are you naming your little one?
Our names are very undecided.
Okay, you don't have to bring him up here. I was just trying to trick you into saying it right now.
So we're not finding out the gender, so it's just a mixed feelings on
psychopath
on different names. And then when it pops out, we're gonna be like, oh, it's this, and its name is this.
Melvin. Yeah.
Melvin.
Wow. So it's gonna come right on the fly like that? You're not even
Melvin
prepared?
Wazzy Brown.
No, we'll have like
a boy and a girl name prepared.
Yeah.
Prepared.
Yeah.
So at least when the child comes out, you will have a name right there ready.
Yes.
There will be no second guessing.
Probably not. No.
Ooh,
I think
probably not already. Oh.
I think
I
think by that time will definitely be decided. We've got another 20 weeks.
And are y'all hot on any ones right now? We can change the subject.
Yes. Something
Change the
like
subject, or yes, there is some hot ones.
She's got some hot
Both.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the mix.
Okay. All right. All right. So, I caught some flack on Facebook's. I called Elon Musk a tool bag for naming his kid whatever his name is.
Like #square to the pi.
XAEI 12
Whatever it is.
XDF. Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird name. It's hashtag.
Look up Google right now. Elon Musk's names his child.
3.14.
I can't. I wish I could give you a name or pronunciation.
Are you telling me that he named his child like a number? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
it's
well,
definitely
the
strange.
state that the child was born in would not allow him to do a number, so they ended up having to do the Roman numerals for 12 instead of a number.
So his name is a Roman numeral?
It's
No,
probably
it's
like
a bunch of things. Look
it's
it up.
probably
I'm
like
saying,
his
I would say it right now, but
undercover formula.
he was
to
on Joe Rogan literally
something
the day
crazy.
after his son was born, or his kid. I don't even know what to wear.
I don't even know how to pronounce this.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way to pronounce it, so I would have already said it if it was.
X with the E that has an A attached to it. A
can't
dash
believe you didn't hear about this yet.
XII.
Well, that's 12. A-12.
Oh.
But or was. Now you are correct.
Well, that's dumb. The poor kid's not gonna know his name.
Hey, what do you even call that?
You can't. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast literally the day after his son was born. Kind of weird, in my opinion, too. But you left the hospital to go on Joe Rogan's podcast when you could have just waited a couple days. He does them every 2 days or so. But anyway, left the hospital, went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and Joe Rogan pretty much brought it up right away and kind of laughed at him while laughing with him, and he explained it, never pronounced it. So even he cannot pronounce his own child's name. And they've asked her, the mother. She can't. She just gives an explanation of what all of it means. It's like, well, that doesn't...
So they don't even know what to call it themselves?
Exactly. Apparently he's going to go by one little section of it, like, nobody cares. They're tool bags, like I said. I mean, I understand they just sent somebody up into
How are they
space.
even allowed to, like, name a kid that you can't even, like, say its name?
I don't know.
I mean-
when you've got as much money as Bill Gates, you can name your kid whatever you want, I guess.
A lot of people are probably going to give heat over that, but I don't understand. He just sent people up into space. We all
Bill
threw
Gates,
there,
who cares about that guy as well?
Oh yeah, that guy needs to go to
Yeah,
hell.
Andrew Fuller says Mullet Man TJ.
Hey, what's up, buddy? I see
Fuller still have a mullet?
You're growing that mullet too, boy.
Yeah, the mullet man. Should I? If this video gets 100 likes, I'll do a mullet too. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
So my mullet story. Vacation last year, early September. I've always wanted to have a mullet. It's just
Well, you used to
fun.
have one.
Yeah, I had one when I was a child, but you know, I needed more initiative to want to grow a mullet besides just saying I want to have a mullet. So, oh, sorry, I don't know if y'all can hear me. Here we go. Here it is. So,
You good? You the mullet last year?
So we're on vacation last year. We're in the Outer Banks. Emily's family and I, and we get to BS in one night, and I'm talking with Emily's oldest brother, and I'm like, man, you know, we should grow mullets.
Oh yes.
And
I forgot about this.
he agrees to it, so we're having like a little mullet off until our next family vacation, which will be the last week of August, and that's when I guess there's no actual winner. I guess it's just a family vote. Who has the best? Maybe we'll post it on Facebook. Who's this better? I think his will possibly win because he's got great, luscious, curly locks.
Did we have a picture of that?
Oh, we don't.
We saw him this today. We were moving Emily's parents' house. They moved
I don't know if you
today.
can pull one up and put it in front of the camera really quick.
Oh, you're not gonna
Let the
see-
fans vote.
Well, he doesn't even have a Facebook, so
Yeah.
there's no
So
pictures of the mullet yet. He's keeping it, I guess, under wraps.
So this has ignited a flame in the middle brother.
Uh-oh.
He's growing one, but he can only go but so far because he's a firefighter. Emily's dad said he was going to start contending about a month ago.
That's impressive.
We'll
He
see
can
how
still
far.
do it.
We'll see how far that goes.
Well,
but
both of my brothers and TJ, I cut all three of their hair like the same length that at the beach when we discussed this.
yeah, it was all
so they
cut
all started at the same point.
Yeah. So.
So you've already got the clippers ready, is what you're saying. Remember, you said
No,
you were going to
no,
give me a
no,
haircut after this episode tonight. I'm about to join the mullet gang,
So-
dude.
so what I
How
was-
many likes are we at? I'm just kidding.
So what I'm thinking is, they just had a son born this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Our child will be born in in October.
Great.
So if he can hold out for a couple more months, and I can hold out for a few more months. We'll just have a little family portrait of him with his newborn son, me with our newborn child, and we'll both have these rockin' mullets. And then when our kids are about 15, they'll be looking at these pictures like
what happened?
What is
Mom,
wrong
what did
with
you
our
let him
dads?
do?
You know, they'll just be like, what is going on? What is it, 1989? Like,
oh my gosh, dude.
We're going to a Travis Tritt concert? Hell yeah, I'm going to a Travis Tritt concert, you know?
Y'all are my heroes. Oh my gosh.
All I smell is TRU.
What's his name? I guess we shouldn't say it. What's his first name?
Thomas.
Thomas.
Andrew Fuller is not cutting his hair anytime soon. Steve Radford is going to grow one too.
Oh, yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Out of what part of his body?
The last time that guy was able to grow hair long enough to grow a mullet, it was probably 1989.
Yeah, we're just messing with you, Steve. We love you, buddy. So yeah, what's your favorite NASCAR track? This is a turn left podcast, although I get a lot of people that are political, like, love the title, hate Trump.
Favorite NASCAR track?
Left wing. NASCAR circuit type track.
I think I will have to go for. Yeah, that's a toughie. Bristol.
Okay.
Which I've never been.
That's coming up tomorrow. Good time to ask this question.
Probably Bristol. You know, just.
Are you gonna watch tomorrow?
Rough, tough. I probably won't watch because we got rid of cable. We just are strictly whatever's free on the antenna and whatever comes off of the internet.
It might be on Fox. Does anybody know the answer to that, whether it's going to be on Fox Sports 1 or Fox?
So, as far as the tracks I've been to,
yeah,
Martinsville's pretty tough. That's a badass track. And my first time ever going there, me being a Kyle Busch fan, Kyle Busch won his first race at Martinsville. Our first experience there, so that was pretty awesome. That was a great experience. We've been to the Coke 600 several times, and that's pretty badass. I was fortunate enough to go to the Daytona 500 one time with Emily's family.
Damn, I forgot about that.
And if nobody has ever been to the Daytona 500 or to Daytona in general, you definitely have to check it out. Not to put anything down against these other tracks, you know, that Charlotte's
just
awesome.
The facility in general, right?
When you walk out into, I'll say the stadium of Daytona, and you are looking out into the track over top, I don't know if there's anything as big, you know. I mean, I'm sure there's bigger, but, you know, you walk out there and you're just like in awe of how enormous this place is.
Yeah, just the actual.
And anyone that's been to a NASCAR race knows that it's extremely loud and you can hardly have a
Takes your breath
conversation
away, yeah.
while you're talking. But at Daytona, it's so long and so big. By the time they pass you and they're around to the next corner, into the backstretch or whatever, I mean, you can have a full conversation, and then, you know, you're just losing a couple seconds of conversation by the time they come around. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Daytona's pretty awesome. But,
yeah, it gives you a break at least on the restarts. I guess once they get spread out, it doesn't really
But I guess me, being from Chesterfield and growing up at Southside, I think that I'm a short track guy, and I really have enjoyed going to Martinsville a couple times I've been there.
Yeah, short track, low bank. What's your favorite local track? Or not local, what's your favorite non-NASCAR, not even non-NASCAR, non-professional series track, whether it's South Boston, Dominion, Langley, Southside, some dirt tracks, Shenandoah. You've been in Shenandoah, I know that.
Yeah, I've been to Shenandoah. It's okay.
Good view.
Nice view. Southside, of course, is badass.
Always. Would that be your favorite then?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Southside. You know, I guess
you've been to Langley.
I guess I'm
times,
biased.
Right?
No, I've never been to Langley.
What?
Never been to New Dominion.
What?
I'm a scrub, bro. I'm a scrub.
Sorry. Not even that. I thought me and Tanner used to go to Langley to watch races. You know, before.
Yeah. Y'all went. I wasn't there.
I know you weren't there that night, but I thought. You know, we went a couple times. I thought you went with us at least one of the times, or I thought you went without me one of the times, or something.
Nope, never been.
Okay. Emily, what's your favorite racetrack? I'm just kidding.
Pass.
Have you been watching NASCAR, TJ? What about when they were doing the iRacing? Did you watch then? I'm just trying to get a status quo.
No, I'm sorry. I have not kept up with racing at all this year. Scrub status. Sorry, guys.
You need to tighten up, dude.
Yeah.
Somebody put a wrench on this guy's ass.
Yeah. I definitely need.
Oh, we need to do a name that game. I think it'll be fun with TJ. I didn't want to do cheese because I had freshly just listened to one. Now I can't remember any of it. And TJ probably knows a lot of cheeses, don't you?
I guess.
What do you know the most of?
Know the most of what?
I don't know. It's categories. Sorry. Jesse fried me and said, name that game is called categories. But it's just like, say if it were Pepsi or soda, it'd be Pepsi, Coke, Fanta. You just name until you can't anymore and then you lose. What do you think, Emily? Emily's watching Netflix.
The things
No,
that I know
I was
the most
reading the
of.
comments.
I'm just
William Wilson says, "What's up from Austin, Texas tonight?"
What up, William Wilson?
And then we also got Michael Wilson
Michael Wilson,
from
what up, dog?
North Carolina saying,
Yeah,
What's
I
up,
know
bro?
where you're at.
Old Mike Wilson. What's up, bro?
What up, dog? He needs to stay tuned for the Mike Wilson. If and when he never comes back to Chesterfield, he said he will come on, and he said that he will do the wing sauces, and I think he even said he would do the gallon of chocolate milk challenge. But,
Oh wow, that's very.
Well, yeah, he's
sticking
a hero.
to it.
Yeah, he's a real overseeker, but that's why we love him.
William Wilson says, "Don't forget, Ethan, before you can race any of those tracks, got to start at a true short track. #USAC25, #quarter midgets. Shout out to all the kids across the U.S. that are getting back to racing at all the local quarter midget tracks."
I wish that was us too. We're not getting back to racing, but I live in Virginia, so things are a little tight around here still. You live in Texas. Restaurants are fully open.
Yeah.
Everything's fully open. I'm still over
Our
here.
governor is very strict.
I'm still in China, bro. So
we have to wear a mask 2 months late to go into the store.
yeah.
Huh.
What is that?
Austin Rivers says he can do a gallon of chocolate milk.
Who?
Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers? No, you can, dude. Dude, okay. Austin, please. You're next to come on here anyway. You're not next, technically. You're like 3 more down if you want. But either way, I had Michael Chapman Jr. on last week, and he blabbed for weeks about how, I could do that. Oh, it's easy. And then we got on here, I'm like, did you drink chocolate milk yesterday to kind of prep you? Like, if you drinking a half gallon to see how hard that was? He's like, no, I haven't had chocolate milk in like 3 or 4 weeks. I'm like, oh, you're not ready at all.
Store-bought chocolate milk is a little thicker than stirring up, your Nesquik or your Yoo-Hoo, or I mean not Yoo-Hoo, that's chocolate drink, but
that's fine.
The powdered crap or the Hershey's squirt stuff.
If you get close,
store-bought
you
is
can
a
blame
lot
it on
thicker.
that. He didn't even get halfway. So, Austin Rivers, do me a favor. Spend the $1.79 at Wawa or wherever, or it doesn't even matter. Buy some chocolate milk or buy some milk and mix in some chocolate. Drink a half gallon and see how that goes for you before you come on here and make it 11 minutes again into a podcast.
He wants to know how long does he have and
An hour.
Can he have cookies?
1 hour. Yeah, you can have as many cookies as you want. That's going to make it way worse.
10 to 11, bro, ham.
Well, that's not it's the show starts at 10. The timer would be from 10 to 11, or like 10:05 to 11:05. The show can go on. We might go until Monday, noonish. I don't know. It can go as long as it needs to, but really the timer would be an hour. And if you're almost done, I've said like we can run it over a couple minutes, but it's got to be an hour-ish. But what happens is last time he drank about a third of it in 15 minutes, and then pretty much came to a complete halt. I don't even think he looked at it for the rest of the night. He was like, I think he sat like this. So I don't think that it's gonna work. I've seen people do it on YouTube, so Austin, you might be able to, but I'm telling you, he was awfully confident and didn't even come close. So respect him for the try, but we need a little bit of proof before you put in the pudding. If that helps.
Bringing back around to the categories you were talking about, Brad Dick says Tej could name types of fish for categories. He's sure.
Types of fish. Oh man.
Catfish.
Bass.
Trout.
Spanish mackerel.
Shark.
Tuna.
Piranha.
Cobia.
Mahi mahi.
Spadefish.
Salmon.
Crappie.
Swordfish.
Brim.
Tilapia.
Walleye.
Dolphin. That's a mammal.
That's a mammal.
Rockfish.
Nice. Corona hitter right there. Well, TJ won. I think is he the first winner?
I don't know. Do I get a chicken dinner?
No. Yeah, you do here in a minute, actually. If you want to call that dinner. So yeah, TJ, winner, chicken dinner.
Awesome. Great.
I think you're the first one to win. I can't remember. Megan and I tried it one night, but she was terrible. Well, actually, she called me out for cheating when I wasn't. So that's what happened there. But anyway, all right. You said you had an embarrassing story earlier. This is somehow becoming a segment. I guess I've got too many embarrassing stories from when I was a kid. But do you want me to go first? Are you good first?
I can go first.
Okay.
I don't know how embarrassing it is. It's kind of funny.
Who were you embarrassed? Were you embarrassed by people or?
Well, I guess it's embarrassing because of the dumbness, I guess. But either way, I don't know how many people that are listening know what bodacious was or is or used to be, if there even is a
Redneck
thing.
Festival.
If there even is a thing anymore. But we made a.
It was cool.
It started. I think it used to start Friday evenings and roll into Sunday mornings. Either way.
I think so.
Waste Fest, Mud Bog, truck racing, 4-wheeler racing, concert, just a trash show.
Sand drags, everything.
Yeah, sand drags. The sand drags were awesome. Yeah, I always
Yeah,
had a
a bunch
good.
of cool
I always
stuff.
had a good time. Anybody that went is a liar if they said they didn't have a good time.
Exactly.
One
It was
way
the
or
best
another.
time. Yeah.
One way or the other. So
If you're a man.
we made a decision on a Saturday, late on a Saturday, maybe not quite lunchtime, but we all hauled tail down there and loaded up. We're throwing down. Got our little
Nervous
campsite.
already.
Got our little campsite. We're throwing down, and it starts pouring down rain.
Ugh.
Nothing's better than sloppy mud, hills, trucks, rednecks,
The worst.
drunk rednecks, sloppy rain. So they got their little concert, go to the concert, whatever. I think I had a little bit too much. I decided I was going to go to sleep in the back of my friend's Tahoe. So I guess everyone had enough. Everyone's packing up. I'm far beyond. Passed out in the back of this Tahoe. Wake up. We're back in Chesterfield on Newby's Bridge Road, if anybody
Oh my
knows where
God.
that is. And I wake up in the back of this Tahoe looking around like, where the hell am I?
Yeah. I don't even
We're-
remember going to bed, and now I'm in
We're
Chesterfield.
on Newby's Bridge Road, and thankfully I did get in the back of this Tahoe because I woke up to about 100 missed calls from my friends that
Didn't know where you were.
didn't know where I was, and I guess didn't care enough to know where I was to find me, and they were going to leave me. So luckily, I
They
made
tried
it.
to leave you, but you were already with them.
Luckily, I made it into the back of this Tahoe,
Well,
and they didn't
okay.
even know I was in there. So when I woke up and I was like, "What the hell?"
They freaked
They
out.
said, "What the hell?" and we were all freaked out. So
Oh my God, dude. Well, thank God you didn't get in the back of somebody else's Tahoe and end up in like
the other side of the
Western
mountains,
Virginia or
Roanoke
something like-
some
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That'd have been a little weird, but
oh my God, North Carolina or something. That'd have been
Yeah.
awful.
yeah, that's
Before
that's,
Uber times. This was
that's a weird
what,
story.
10 years ago?
Uh,
How old were you? Probably 18, 19,
I was-
17?
probably 22, maybe. So 8 years ago. I don't know. Does anybody else have
It
any
was longer
crazy
ago than that.
bodacious stories to go along with that bodacious story?
Yeah, let us know what's up.
I know there's probably some people on this podcast or listening that have been to Bodacious and have some good times.
Oh yeah.
Well, supposedly,
I've only been twice.
your Nana has been.
My mom has been. Nana has been. She refers to herself as Nana. I don't think any of our kids are watching this.
Oh.
Mom.
I was about to say, if you have a Nana and she went, that's...
She probably would have. My mom, my
Susan has
been
on or been to Bodacious and has had some wild times. She knows what Bodacious is like.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I've told the pool story. I think I told the bug in the ear story. Oh yeah. All right, so this is something that I'll never live down, mostly because my brother knows about it and tells everybody, but it's still kind of funny. But you remember back when I used to race motocross? I wasn't very good at it, but I did.
I think I know where this story's going.
So I landed wrongly in this section of like this rhythm section. Doesn't matter where it is actually, looking back. Went over the handlebars straight up, and the handlebar, the rubber of the handlebar dragged right through my crotch and literally split, the jewels wide open. Didn't know it at the time because your adrenaline's rushing and all that. So I got back up on the bike, straightened up the bars or whatever, and finished the race. And then as soon as the race was over, it was the second race of the day, so I loaded the bike right back up onto the back of the truck. Like, didn't stop. I literally drove it up onto the back of the truck. Got off the bike, jumped down off the bed of the truck, which I don't even think I could do now barely, but did it like it was nothing, and was like, oh my God, like something's wrong with my hot dog. So let's
call it a Vienna sausage for old times.
Yeah, my mom's watching. She probably remembers this story because I was like 14 and had to show my mom my dang wiener, which is the most awkward thing you could ever imagine.
You had to show the Vienna sausage.
Yes, and it was just, it's like, I didn't go to the hospital either. I should have gotten this thing stitched up or something, I think, but it was pretty big, or it wasn't big, it was a big cut on a small thing, but, so that's how big it was. Like, if I'd have had a little bit more stuff to work with, it probably would have been a smaller, cut.
They could have cut the whole thing and it only took 2 stitches.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. If I'd have had a little more size, it would have, ratio-wise looked a little better, but it about sliced half this bad boy off. So, yeah, I just wrapped like some gauze pads around it for like 3 weeks, and it's still on there. And there's a little.
The gauze pads are still in there, or the scar still in there?
Both. And the duct tape.
The duct tape. Oh,
holding the gauze pads.
Oh, that's something else.
Oh, yeah. So
sounds terrible.
I'll never recover from that, but it doesn't. It's all good now. It's just, man, it was excruciating. The night of, like after the adrenaline calmed down, it was like, I understand now, like how boxers and everybody does it. Like, you don't feel anything when their adrenaline's pumping, but oh my God, it hurt afterward.
I don't know. I think I would feel a hit when Mike Tyson punched me in the face.
Yeah, well, you'd be knocked out, so you probably wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah, I would actually be dead. So.
Yeah, you'd be just dead, dude.
Instantly.
We went to Martinsville ourselves last year. That was a lot of fun. This is an embarrassing story. Just we want to tell really quick about the bar that we went to. Does anybody remember the name of that bar? Do you?
I don't, but I do remember.
Fun bar, dude.
We got down there. Ethan and I rode together. Met Alex and Brad.
I was pounding beers in the truck on the way down there.
We met them at Applebee's. Had some apps. Drank some beer. A little weird because we thought this cop was hard eyeing us. So we rolled out. We're like, all right, we got to find a bar. So we find this bar. It's like the redneck uptown alley. It's bar/bowling alley.
Is Brad or Alex watching? Do they remember what it's called?
Roll up in there.
And it literally looked like Sons of Anarchy. Like,
literally. Brad says a bowling alley /bar.
That's true. I forgot half of it was a bowling alley. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's so much of a bar. The bowling alley is literally a different room and everything. It's not like it's a part of it like uptown.
Roll up in there.
It was like, the music stops.
We're in No Teethville, if you know what I'm saying.
Jesus, TJ. There's maybe people from there watching.
That's all right. You're all right. You know what I mean. Yeah, Henry County. That's what they kept saying. So, we go up in this place, and all of us are kind of looking at each other like, all right, we'll order a beer.
I was wearing khakis.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all look like these preppy, like, love racing queers, you know, like.
Wow, dude. Don't be offensive to us either.
I'm bad mouthing us. So,
I know. I said, it's just I'm wearing khakis and I'm wearing like I did have a racing shirt on, but I had like a North Face jacket on over top of it.
Yeah, we
You know,
look
Brad
like
and Alex had like gel in their hair and shit. Like
preppy kids, and we go up in there,
yeah,
and they're
we
like
walk
all
in, they're
staring at
what
us,
the
like
fuck?
the record scratched when we rolled in,
Yeah.
and we're like looking like they're about to set up.
The pool table stopped playing.
The band is about to start getting down, and we're like looking like they all got like their leather race or biker jackets on, and
yeah.
we're like, did we just walk in the wrong place? And we're like, all right, should we all like back up against each other and then just start swinging? Or
Yeah,
like,
we
what's
all
about
got
to go
one
down?
beer and we're like just standing there like back to back, like,
And then
everybody's still staring at us, and we're like,
then the band comes back from smoke break and starts getting down, and it's like the coolest place we've ever been.
oh, the band was jamming.
We
started jamming.
I mean, they were playing
smoking
Leonard
outside
Skinner,
with everybody.
Molly Hatchet. I mean, the coolest Southern rock you could ever think of. I mean,
Alex might remember the name of the band. I think he got their information when he was there. So
they were getting
come play,
down, and it ended up being the coolest bar.
Oh, dude, it was the most fun, dude. We
Probably
stayed there for hours. We
in
were so
Virginia.
hungover the next day.
And I mean, they were getting down, and people were punching the damn punch machine. Who could punch it the hardest? And women were setting records in there because they were so damn strong.
Yeah.
I mean, these women were diesel. I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't have any teeth, but they could punch teeth out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw one lady spit one of her teeth at the damn thing and got a new record. So that was
yeah. I mean, it was the craziest bar we've ever been to.
it was the funnest bar though I've ever been to.
Yeah,
Maybe the band
It
was.
was awesome. We definitely were sleeping on it. When we
Remember
walked
the
in.
one guy that came in that he may have been a woman as well, but he had the mohawk and real short but real angry, and he kept on punching the thing. Like he heard a bunch of commotion from the punching machine, and like what was that one guy that was there that held the record? Like Rick or no?
Oh yeah, he was diesel. He was
Yeah.
huge. Like he even
He's just some
rolled
like
his sleeve up.
45-year-old dude. Like yeah.
He's like, I got the record in
Yeah,
here.
when he hit this thing, you knew it too. The whole thing like fell down. But
Yeah.
he heard him making some commotion with that, setting some like 800-900 stuff like that. So this little short, very angry man came in and put like a $10 bill in it, and literally just did circles swinging at this thing, jumping in the air. He was so mad because it never went like above 750. Like he wasn't even. He was hitting it hard, but it was just like he was third, fourth best in the bar. But it was just like he kept on getting madder and madder, thinking his punches would get harder and harder, and they just didn't. And he spent like $10 on this machine. It was insane.
I was very ashamed of myself. I thought I was gonna go in there. I'm like, I feel like I could punch a guy hard in the face.
Yeah,
it's
I think you only.
I had like
$1.
I had like
I
a
think you
300
missed.
punch, and then there was women that was like punching like a 600 punch, and I was like, I'm just gonna go over here and order a White Claw.
Yeah, but one guy got like a 10.
Yeah,
And it wasn't even, and he actually punched pretty hard. There was almost like it's almost like a scam.
after
It's
I
like
punched
rigged.
it and the women blew my record away, I was like, can I get a White Claw
Yeah,
with a lemon on top, please?
yeah. Do
And
you have any margaritas?
Yeah, can I get a margarita, extra lime?
Do you have any Bahama Mamas? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Or is that like
Bahama
a
Mama.
clothing company?
Yeah,
Okay.
Bahama Mama. Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
What's the girliest drink you got? Cause I need it.
Yeah. What's some Glory Days bartenders listening right now? Give us some girlies. What's that one that you had on your 21st birthday? We took you up there and you got slushy.
I don't know, buddy.
You weren't that bad actually, but you had some girly drink, like your first drink you got there. I was like, yeah, you want to get a beer? You're
No,
like,
that was Jesse's.
no,
first.
I'm gonna get no. Oh, it might have been on my 21st birthday. We went out and the first drink you got was like some yellow bullshit drink.
A
I'm like,
tequila sunrise, maybe?
oh no, that would have been somewhat manly. This was literally in a martini glass. I've got a picture of it, I think, on Facebook. I mean,
Yeah.
on Instagram.
I don't know.
I mean, martini.
It's probably
I will
martini.
post it to
You'll
the
get
page
messed up.
tomorrow, okay?
It's
Just-
probably martini.
I'll
I
get
was
you
like,
messed up.
alcohol.
Huh?
Martinis are, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just
not
hating.
for the weak.
I mean, TJ's, I mean, look at his mullet, look at his beard. He's masculine enough. He can drink whatever he wants. And I mean that. I'm not being sarcastic. But it's just, it was funny because you see this guy. It might have even been when he was Amish. And he's drinking this, like, little, like, look at Alice.
I was going pinky up.
You, I think actually were in the picture. It was perfect. And it wasn't even acted out. All right, y'all got kids on the way. This is an internet question. It makes me very mad just thinking that some people answer this. Some people answer it just funnily, but Is that a word?
Funnily? I don't
Funnily?
think so. Like, unless we're funnily.
Anyways, some people
The
answer it
oil in the
like
car.
just as a joke. Some people actually put thought into it and answer it. Would you rather have, say, if you were to have twins or just 2 kids, would you rather have 2 normal kids or one that ends up in the NFL or famous and the other one to be disabled?
That's not even a question.
Right?
That's not nice.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like
That
some
just,
people are like,
makes me uncomfortable.
yeah, some people are like, but if the NFL, like, they do the calculation, I'm like, no, dude, like,
I
what are
want
you talking
2
about?
healthy children.
Yeah.
Period. Happy.
Not,
healthy.
yeah, I don't even think it's, I don't know, maybe I wrote it wrong. It might not be quite as harsh as what I said, but I'm pretty sure that's
I
what it
wouldn't
is.
wish for one of my kids to be good and then wish for the other one to be disabled.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
one of the
it's-
Ask the
That's a
Internet
pretty weird
questions or whatever.
question. Yeah, definitely so. I mean, the people that have children that, have special needs there are,
It's not even supposed
Those
to be, I
people
want
Or
to say, like,
superheroes.
yeah, superheroes, because that takes extra talent
I
and,
can't even imagine.
and everything else to,
All right,
to be able to do that.
one kid that there's nothing wrong with him, but he's just
It's a normal ass guy.
no. He's like
Or woman.
not like a pedophile, but like a loser
Oh
or
my
something.
gosh, where are we going?
Are you talking about like just like a guy like
And
a
plus,
dweeb?
and
You're
then
talking
the other
about
kids in the NFL.
a dweeb, like
I know my answer. I'd rather both my kids just be normal than to have this weird. That's why I'm saying the question itself is so weird that it just kind of it makes me
a
that
super
angry,
super
but-
weird question.
Yeah.
I don't even like it. Why'd you even ask it?
Dude, don't hey, don't get
What?
mad at me, okay? I didn't write this.
You
Actually,
did.
I did actually.
You did.
I did.
I'm looking at it.
Well, you
Just
I
exit
didn't
it out.
sign it. Well, it's because it's over. We gotta eat hot wings.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we don't have to end the show, but what I have to ask you is over, and then we can talk about whatever you want. You can shotgun 3.5 beers in front of us if you'd like. We got plates. And you wanted to start with this first. I don't know how thin this stuff is. Ooh,
Give
oh my
it a
god, it looks
shake,
like
bro.
death sauce. I'm nervous about that one because I haven't had that one in a long time. That one, I know exactly what to expect. I'm doing this because I genuinely think this one might be hotter. And, oh man. I had another beer. Here it is. I'm gonna need that. Alright, TJ, what do you want the wings? Sure, do whatever. Yeah. TJ has to go grab a beer from his house.
This house.
Alright, so, alright, you're watching. I can do his, what?
You need to use your mic here.
Hmm?
So I can't hear you.
Good call. You're watching. I can serve his wings up and there won't be any foul play.
No foul play.
I guess on the first one we'll both go wing and then we'll go boneless for the second. I forgot to buy wings, so they brought over a rotisserie chicken for dinner tonight, which is cool, and we're having to salvage some of that chicken for the sauce off, if that's what we're going to call it.
So explain how you've used that one before.
I put like 2 drops of it into a crock pot, and it essentially made everything inside the crock pot to where my daughter and most people in the house couldn't even eat it. I could barely eat it. So I know it's extremely crucial. And I think I tried it like, just a drop of it, just to try it when I first bought it, and I was like, whoa, like I'm going to have to just use that sparingly. Like it's not even really usable other than for making us miserable on times like this.
Did you buy it from the grocery store or did you get it
Yeah,
from?
no, it's just regular Food Line. That one Jesse bought me for my birthday because that one you have to get from heatness.com. I don't know, you'd have to ask Jesse. But it's the one from Hot Ones. The hottest one from Hot Ones. The next one that we're about to have. This one might be hotter though. I swear the one from Hot Ones
It smells good.
has.
At least what I can smell right now.
I've had hotter than the one from Hot Ones personally, but they're. I mean, don't let that make you think that it's not anything.
Sure, I'm about to die. What's this thing called? What?
Oh, you can
Death?
echo XXXTRA HOT. That wasn't a skip. That was actually me doing that. I forgot.
Salsa picante. I can't read the rest. Chili habanero. There you
Oh
go.
man, I can smell it. It doesn't smell good, dude. It smells
Mayan
miserable.
It's a Mayan recipe.
So the Mayans are about to buck fuck me. Is that what you're saying?
Oh.
I'm taking this little bullshit thing off.
Yeah.
The talon. You ready?
I guess.
Everybody always gets mad because I go into it before them. Let's just do it.
Yeah. All right.
Whoa!
Is it like instant?
Mm-hmm. You need to bring napkins, bro. I'm just gonna die. Can't even wipe my hands.
I had the hiccups already from that one.
That's instant death. Instant death.
Oh man, that one? That one might be worse.
I think.
I mean, y'all didn't react right away with the other kind before.
No, this one's real big.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any napkins.
My body is convulsing. Hold on.
Pretty terrible, folks. I wouldn't suggest this unless your mouth wants to melt off
I'm just gonna use my shirt.
or have
Sorry, Bud
probably
Allen. I'm gonna wash
maybe
it up.
diarrhea tomorrow.
Hold on. I'm gonna get some rags.
I was thinking about probably going fishing in the morning, but it might look a little funny. Me shitting off the side of the boat.
Blowing mud at that.
And it's kind of hard to wipe off red butt clay off the carpet.
Oh my god.
It is hot. Extremely, very, very, very.
Wow, Ethan, this is like,
I don't like it.
I can
I
tell.
don't do
this
well
is
with
like-
any of them. TJ really cleaned the boat too, I'll give him that.
He committed.
Alright, dude.
Well, now you're not going to be able to taste the other ones, so.
Yeah. That was part of my plan. Get those damn bones off my table, bro. I'm just messing with you.
Steve Bradford wants to know, Ethan, how is it compared to that pepper?
Oh, man. It's about the same, Steve, to be honest. That pepper that night, Steve's referring, you weren't there that night, Emily? Do you know that story?
I don't know.
Mm-mm.
No, probably not. I haven't witnessed.
We didn't even know each other.
Alright, so, I won't name names. There was an arm wrestling competition. I arm wrestled somebody. And I actually won. But when they ate the pepper, they started dying, and I felt really bad for them because I just beat them in arm wrestling in front of everybody, too. So I ate the pepper, too. And then we both just sat outside together and puked.
Do you know what kind of pepper it was?
Steve does, I'm sure. It's at least mostly over now, though.
It was a habanero.
I think that's what this is made out of.
Ethan, everybody wants to make sure you're breathing. So.
I used to be a lifeguard. I could hold my breath for 10 minutes. Don't worry about me.
Nah.
Hasselhoff.
This guy couldn't do that.
8 minutes. I smoke cigarettes now.
When I feel like I'm good, when I'm over it, it just comes back from
I'm
more.
over it. I'm over it, dude. You're a wuss.
Alright.
I'm just kidding. That was way worse off right there. What was
I feel
everybody
like
saying?
that's
How's
gonna be-
everybody? I'm breathing.
Everyone's concerned for both of you, and I think y'all are really, looking like you're hurting, so.
Don't
Well,
look like-
this one's sticking out of the top when I take the top off, so that can't be good. That's a thick
Austin
rick.
Rivers says he's worried.
Oh, no. That's all I need, buddy.
What are you doing, dude? When I did it with, no, we're doing a lot, TJ.
Jeanette Wilson says she knows it sounds crazy, but a teaspoon of sugar works better than milk.
We don't have any sugar, Jeanette, but I love you.
Just Miller Lite and Bud Light. Oh, he's going extra hard.
We're gonna smear it. We're not gonna leave it like that, dude. I wouldn't expect you to put all that in your mouth like
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna puke.
We're gonna smear it all. We're just
Ethan's
gonna-
like breathing hard, and TJ's eyes are like.
Gone green. Hold on, TJ. Yeah,
Smear,
well,
smear this.
yeah, it looks like puke, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Looks like fucking
Hold on, TJ. You gotta get both sides. Look at mine.
shitty ass chili.
Look at mine. Oh my god.
Don't like it. This one already seems easy. Another one.
Hey.
Not easy.
Oh, that's what this one does.
This one wasn't easy.
This
Creeps up on your throat. Quick.
I think the last time you tried this, you told me it was like acid battery.
Yeah, battery acid.
Yeah, sorry. Battery.
All right.
Hey, folks.
I got news.
Don't try this at home.
If Sean Evans wants a new hottest sauce, it's that one. Because that last dab,
This is weak.
I'm fine.
I mean, it's hot as fire.
All right, Emily, you're up.
Heck no.
Jessie did this one when she was pregnant.
Bro, don't kill my pregnant wife.
No thanks. I'm ready to be comfortably asleep.
You got to give the baby the chaos here. That way they're calm when they're born, like James is.
Maybe when I'm further along, like she was.
Okay. I don't actually want you to do it anyway because I feel bad, but get this away from me. See what happens? This is how thick this stuff is, guys.
It looks like chili. Like
None just dripped off.
Texas Pete in a can chili.
Yeah. It looks like
But it's all hot sauce.
it looks like dog food in a can.
If I'm not drinking,
Okay, so
my mouth
it's
is on
fine.
fire.
I'm okay. Yeah.
Well, you added insult to injury here by doing two. Haven't you just been doing the one with everyone?
Well. Yeah. I'm fine. Everything's
terrible
fine.
idea.
All right, TJ, you want to plug anything? What do you have to say? What does everybody else think? Do they have any questions? Try to ask them. Take as much time as you want, actually. Emily?
Does anybody want to watch any longer? Do you enjoy?
You're the only one.
Do y'all enjoy watching our pain, or should we kill this show?
What do you think?
No,
Emily?
they
Is everybody
just had to
saying?
be a real man and snort it. Mike Wilson.
Oh wow.
Father Wilson.
All right, so now Mike Wilson is not only.
Mike Wilson Sr.
Senior.
Oh, so okay,
That's
Mike Wilson
it's been in
Jr.
the whole time. I didn't clarify that when I should have.
No, it's okay. In fact, both of them now.
Up the nose is only good for a few things.
I was
It's not
saying-
hot sauce.
They pretty much put themselves out there earlier for the wings and the chocolate milk challenge. Now they're gonna have to do that too, live on air. So, is it hot in here? I'm just kidding. Yes, it is. This beer isn't cold enough.
Yeah.
All right, TJ, I'm spitting now. All right, TJ, you don't have anything else to say?
All right, folks.
We love y'all.
I enjoy Ethan having me on the show. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. I can't even say full words because my mouth is in marbles.
Yeah, you smoked. You smoked well up until then, so we know it was just the wings, just like myself.
All right, folks. Great night.
Tune out.
Bye.
Love everybody. Bye. You gotta hit the.
In button.